Hello everybody, welcome to another Blender tutorial with Animansa Studios. In today's tutorial, we are going to be learning how to model an ice cream. Please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And if you're already our member, like and share the videos. By doing so, you would help us to have more visibility. Thank you. Without further ado, let's start. So the first thing is to delete everything in the viewport. So press A to select everything and X to delete. Then the next thing is to be in the front view. So press numpad 1 to be in the front view and shift A, merge cylinder. We are starting with a cylinder. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is to be in the edit mode. Press the tab key on your keyboard to go into the edit mode and then move your cylinder up. Now let's be in the wireframe mode by pressing Z4. Be in the wireframe mode. Select the top vertices and move it up by pressing GZ. Alright, move it up like this. So now let's press A to select everything and S to scale like so. Bring it down like so. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is to select the top vertices, then move it up like so. Alright, the next thing now we are going to do, let's be in the solid view. You can be in the solid view by coming to check this or press Z6 to be in the solid view. Alright, so now let's extrude this. Press E on your keyboard to extrude something like this. Then press E again to extrude the second time, something like this. Alright, now press S. While this face is selected, be in the front view and press S to scale like this. Alright, so now be in the first selection mode. You can press 3 on your keyboard to go into the first selection mode. Then hold Alt and select this face like so. Then press E to extrude, S to scale, then hold Shift and Z to lock it while you scale, something like this. Alright, so after this, the next thing we are going to do is to be in the front view. Ctrl R to add a loop cut here and bring it up like so. Then after that, be in the first selection mode. You can do that by pressing 3 on your keyboard to go into first selection mode, or you come here to click on this box. Alright, so after that is done, hold Alt and then select this face. Alright, after that is done, press E to extrude, S to scale, and hold Shift and Z to lock it. Then scale it like so. Alright, so after that is done, we are going to bevel the edges. So press 2 to be in the edge selection mode, or come over here to select this is the edge, or you press 2, 2 can take you to the edge selection mode. Alright, so now hold Shift and Alt, select this face and select this face, then Ctrl B to bevel like so. Roll your mouse wheel to add some loop cuts. Alright, this is fine. So let's do same for the top. So now hold Shift and Alt, select this top edge and then select this bottom edge. Alright, so now Ctrl B to bevel like so. Alright, the next thing we are going to do, be in the first selection mode. We are going to add a loop cut. Ctrl R to bring in a loop cut. I'm going to add a loop cut here, then S to scale, like so. Then while this is selected, Ctrl B to bevel. Alright, like so. Alright, the next thing we are going to do is to add a loop cut. Ctrl R, add a loop cut here, take it up like so, and then Ctrl R again to add more loop cuts like so. Alright, so now let's be in the wireframe mode. Press Z4 to be in the wireframe mode and press 3 to be in the face selection mode. So now let's select these faces here, but select these faces here. Alright, so to be sure that all the faces are selected, turn on this solid view and rotate it. Alright, now that we are sure that all the faces are selected, let's go back to the front view. So now the next thing we are going to do is to double press the I key on your keyboard. That is, press the I key 2 times. 1, 2, and then insert it like this. Alright, while that is done, the next thing we are going to do is to press S on our keyboard and then hold Shift and Z, scale it inward like so. While the faces inward are still selected, press N on your keyboard and go to where we have item. Click on it and come to where we have mean crease. Click on it and give it 1. Then press the enter key like so. So what we have done here, we are going to do same for the bottom. So now let's move this up, go to the bottom here, add a loop cut here like so. Add another loop cut like so. Then Ctrl R to add more loop cuts like so. Then press Z4 to be in the wireframe mode and 3 to be in the face selection mode. Now box select these faces here. Alright. Turn on this solid view and rotate it to be sure that you have selected all the faces around the cylinder. Now be in the front view. Remember, we are going to do this same thing here down here. If you could remember, here we press the I key twice to insert the faces. Since we have already pressed the I key twice, we are not going to press the I key twice again. This time we are going to press the I key once. So on your keyboard, press the I key once and then insert faces like so. Then press S key and hold Shift and Z and scale them inward. Alright. While the faces inward are selected, press N on your keyboard to bring out this menu. Then go to where we have mean crease, click on it and give it 1 value like so. Alright, so now that this is done, the next thing we are going to do is to be in the face selection mode. Select this bottom face here, we are going to bevel it. Ctrl B to bevel like so. Alright, so now that that is done, let's go to the top here. Then we are going to press E to extrude inward like so, and then S to scale, E to extrude again, and S to scale like so. Now this face here, we do not need it, so we are going to delete this face. So X, go to faces and delete it. All right, so now let's be in the edge selection mode. Press 2 to be in the edge selection mode, and hold Shift and Alt, select these edges and Ctrl B to bevel. All right, so now we have our cone here ready for the ice cream. So the next thing we are going to do is to go into the object mode, then Ctrl A, apply scale. All right, after that is done, come to this modifiers panel, click on this and then add a bevel modifier, like so. Increase the segment to 2, like so. All right, the next thing we are going to do is to add subdivision modifier. All right, so we are going to increase the level to 2. All right, then finally click on the model, right click and auto shade smooth it, like so. All right, so here is our cone. The next thing we are going to do is to model the ice cream. So we are going to bring in a circle. Before we do that, we are going to be in the wireframe mode. So Z4 to be in the wireframe mode and press 7 to be at the top view. Alright, so Shift A and bring in a circle. Then keep the vertices at 10. Make sure your circle has 10 vertices. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is to go into the edit mode with our circle selected. Press 1 to be in the vertex selection mode. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do while this is selected, all the vertices are selected, go to where we have select, click on it and come to where we have checker deselect and click on it. Now if you can see, this vertex here has been deselected, while this one is selected, this one is deselected, this one is selected. All right, so while it is like this, press S to scale and turn it into a star, something like this. All right, so the next thing is to press A to select all the vertices and F to fill. All right, now let's look at our star from the front view. All right, like so. Then the next thing we are going to do now is to press E to extrude. We are going to extrude our star. All right, so now we can go back to our viewport to see our cone. All right, so now press A to select everything about the star and GZ to move it up, like so. All right, so now that we have this, the next thing we are going to do is to be in the face selection mode. So press 3 on your keyboard to be in the face selection mode, or you can come over here to check on this box. All right, so now let's be at the solid view and select this top face. All right, now press S to scale, like so. All right, press S again to scale the more. All right, so now the next thing we are going to do is to add loop cuts to our star. So Ctrl R to bring in loop cuts, then roll your mouse wheel to add additional loop cuts, like so. All right, I think we are okay with these loop cuts here. All right, so the next thing you're going to do, press 3 to be in the face selection mode, zoom in and select this top face here. All right, now be in the front view, turn on this proportional editing, make sure it is turned on now. Now the next thing you're going to do, press R, scroll this mouse wheel like so to make the circle to be smaller, like so. Then press Z while this is selected, press Z rotate it and roll the mouse wheel to make it wider, like so. Alright, so now that this is done, the next thing we are going to do is to go back to object mode. So now let's go back to object mode. With the ice cream selected, we are going to add a subdivision modifier to it. Alright, so click on this and add a subdivision modifier, then increase the level to 2, like so. Let's go back to the edit mode and redefine our ice cream. Alright, so with this, select the bottom face, S to scale, turn off the proportional editing, S to scale, like so, E to extrude, select everything, take it up. We want it to cover the mouth of our cone, so S to scale. You can look at it from the top and make sure that the ice cream covers the cone. Alright, like so. Alright, now let's take it up. We do not want our ice cream to be this long, so we are going to scale it along the z-axis. Alright, bring it down, scale, select the bottom face, like so, scale it. Alright, now let's bring our ice cream down. Alright, now let's go back to the object mode and we can auto smooth this ice cream. Alright, so here we have our ice cream and then we have our cone. Alright guys, so this is how to model an ice cream. The next thing we are going to do now is to texture this ice cream and the ice cream cone. So now come over here with your mouse, right click this and split your viewport. So click on split vertical, split your viewport. We are going to keep this side here under the material view. Alright, now let's change this side to our shader editor. Alright, so now let's start with the cone. Select the cone, click on this to add new, then you can change this to cone. Alright, so now be observant. I'm going to bring in the nodes that we are going to be using to apply texture to this our cone. So now the first node we are going to bring in here is the color ramp. So you can press Shift A, go to search bar and type in color ramp. Alright, so we bring in color ramp. The next thing we are going to bring in is the mapping node. Shift A, type in mapping, bring in mapping nodes. Then the next one is texture coordinate. Shift A, and bring in texture coordinates. Alright, then the next thing we are going to be bringing is noise texture. So Shift A, type in noise texture and bring in noise texture. Shift A, noise texture. Then the next thing we'll bring in is bumps. Shift A, bumps, bump node. Then the last one we're gonna be bringing in is color ramp. You can press Shift A and bring in a color ramp, or we can just duplicate this one, select this and Shift D to duplicate. Alright, so now we have this. We are going to be linking each node. So the first one we are going to do, come to generated, link it to vector, then link vector to factor. Yeah, all right. So now let's play with the values. Let's play with the values here under the mapping. The rotation x, let's keep it at, let's say, minus 27 degrees. All right, then the y, let's keep it at 44 degrees, and the z, let's keep it at 7 degrees. All right, while this scale remain the same. All right, and this location also remain the same. I think this location, let's keep this at 0.04. all right, so as you can see, this scale here remains the same. The rotation has changed, and the location here, the z axis, has changed. All right, so the next thing we are going to do is to play with this color ramp. So for the white here, let's give it something light brown. All right, then for the black here, let's give it something dark brown, something like so, dark brown. All right, like so. All right, so the next thing we are going to do, we will come to where we have roughness here and keep the roughness at 0.8. all right, now let's connect this also. The factor of this noise texture should go into the factor of this color ramp. Then the scale here should be 20. all right, the details should remain at 2. The roughness should remain at 0.5, and every other thing should remain the same. All right, now let's plug the color here to the height and change this to 0.1. Change the strength of the bump to 0.1, and the distance should remain at 1. All right, now let's connect this normal here to normal. All right, then the last thing we are going to do is to connect this color here to this color. Let's see what we are gonna have here. All right, as you can see what we came up with here. I think it's not that bad. So you can play with this. You can play with this. See, you can play with this. I think it's not that bad. All right, so the next thing we are gonna do is to texture our ice cream. So now let's select the ice cream, and now click on new and give it a name, ice cream. All right, so now let's bring in our notes. Let's bring in our notes. So the first one here is a color ramp. Then we'll bring in the mapping, and finally we are going to bring in texture coordinates. Alright, so now connect generated to vector and then connect vector to factor. Yeah, then here the location remains the same, the scale remains the same. Then you are going to play with the rotation. Let's play a bit with the rotation. So the x value here under rotation, we can give something like minus 13.8 degrees. Then the y value, we can give it something like 13.4 degrees. And the z value, we can give it something like 27.8 degrees. Alright, so after that, the next thing we are gonna do is to play with the color RAM. Let's play with the colors. So the white one here, we are gonna give it, let's say, a lighter pink color, a lighter pink color. Then the black here, we're gonna give it a darker pink color, darker pink color, like so. So now let's connect this to this and change the roughness here to 0.2, as you can see. Alright, so let's have something like this. Now that we got this, let's go into the edit mode. So press the tab key to go into edit mode. Alright, so now hold Alt, select these faces. Alright, so after selecting this face, while still holding Shift and Alt, select this face, then jump this other one, move to this other one, hold Shift and Alt, select this face, hold Shift and Alt, select this face, jump over this one, hold Shift and Alt, select this face, and hold Shift and Alt, select this face. Alright, alright. After that is done, now come to this material property, click on it. Alright, after clicking on this, come to this plus icon, click on it and add new. Alright, let's give this a name. Let's call it white, white, white color. Alright, so here we are going to change the roughness to 0.2. Alright, then assign, click on assign. Alright, then go back to object mode and let's see what we have here. Alright guys, so here is what we have. Alright, as you can see, this is our ice cream. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, kindly like it, comment on it, and share it to your friends. Thank you. See you in the next tutorial. Bye.